First off, there was no Zodiac yesterday because I fell down a TikTok hole. I apologize. But main reason for this video, I just watched the trailer for a new show called Fairly Odd Parents, Fairly Odder. It's a live action series of Fairly Odd Parents, and not like how you would expect. Timmy gives his fairies to this new family. Okay, I'll be the first to say I hate the trailer, but I'm not gonna watch it because I saw a comment like this. This isn't for the people who grew up with Fairly Odd Parents. This is for a new generation to experience Fairly Odd Parents. Some people would probably say, "Oh, then why not just show the reruns?" You gotta evolve the characters somehow. Will this be a good show? I have no idea. There is a disadvantage with it being live action other than animated. The limited quality of wishes based on a budget of the show. It's just because normally I just get on here saying, I'd be screaming about the trailer. But I will say this video should be happy that the dislike button doesn't show the number anymore. It only has 446 views, and it's been up for about over 40 minutes. This is really going to be a big thing for people to react to. And probably rage at, but this isn't meant for us. There definitely is going to be a little nostalgia in it for people who did grow up with the original Fairly Odd Parents, and maybe they have kids and families of their own. And that's a big if, also. So maybe if kids are watching with their families, they could sit down and parents might have a little chuckle at it. Or hey, maybe there are some kids that watch the original Fairly Odd Parents who are going to be fans of this series. I don't know, because I can't predict everything. It's definitely going to be interesting, because the only time Fairly Odd Parents has ever been in the live-action world is with the movie franchise. And I'm not talking Channel Chase, I'm talking about the Fairly Odd movies, starting with Grow Up Timmy Turner. I actually liked that movie. I thought it was pretty funny. Because I was a kid when I watched it, so I was actually very excited for it. Yeah, I didn't mind. Then they kept making the sequels. When you hit gold, sometimes you should just stop and not dig deeper. Also, just one quick little thing. The conspiracy about this guy. Cody. Will he go back to WWE? I'm almost afraid if he does, we'll see the return of Stardust as a punishment for starting AEW. Because I don't think we're going to get to see the American Nightmare in WWE. We're either going to see the return of Dashing Cody Rhodes or Stardust. The thing is, I'm different from most people that watch AEW. I, unlike a lot of people, was a fan of Cody Rhodes. I liked him. I was not a person who thought, if he did turn heel, what was going to happen? He'd just be kind of like Kenny Omega, every heel partnership owner in wrestling history. It wouldn't help advance his character or anything. He'd be a generic. He'd be a heel that in a company that he technically started. He'd be like Omega. He would have joined the Elite anyway. Do I think it was ridiculous for him to take the title off of Sammy Guevara just to have it be put back on Sammy? Yes, I do think it's ridiculous for that. You gotta remember, we have this guy to thank for helping start AEW. We have this guy to thank for the TNT title being as big as it was. Even when he was overpushed, there have been so many matches where Cody has shown incredible talent. Every match comes to mind, but also big pay-per-view matches. Even when he lost his match with Jericho for this belt, His match with Anthony Ogogo, I remember so many people were saying that he should have lost that match. It'd be like freaking Dusty Rhodes versus Nikita Koloff in the 80s for the national heavyweight title on the 4th of July. It's obvious who's going to win. It's just like a tribute to the troops. Some matches are predictable, but they can still be good. That's what I say with... Actually, I didn't know going into the match with Ogogo. I thought they were going to... At least it didn't bury Ogogo. Even though we haven't seen him in a long time. He still had a good career. He was still... It's his only defeat. He has not lost a match aside from Cody. His rivalry with Malachi Black and Andrade. It was a street fight with Andrade. Cody is a 5-star athlete. But it was the overpush of him constantly winning feuds that did get him up. Kind of like John Cena. Speaking of, I wanted to talk about something I saw on TikTok also. I know this is supposed to be just a Fairly Odd Parents video, but you know how I get. The hate, or not, I don't know if it's hate or just realization of how Batman is written. Like, people seeing that he kicked Darkseid and knocked him down and stuff like that. Saying that he's I don't want to say overrated, but it's hard. Overpowered, and to an extent. I see the writing of Batman is kind of like how WWE booked John Cena in the early 2000s. After he went to Monday Night Raw. That's just how I've always looked at Batman, looking back on it. The way they made Batman, the way they wrote him, God, why couldn't I think of that? In mainly Justice League Unlimited, it is like how John Cena was booked in WWE in 2005, going to 2011 too. They knew they had money, and even when people complain about Batman, like with his new movie coming out, people have complained, oh, why is it always Batman, blah, 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 Batman, DC can only do Batman. Here's the thing. They do it because even though you people complain, you pay for the ticket. You'll buy the ticket to watch the movie. You'll buy the figures, you'll buy the Funkos, you'll buy the comic books. You buy the t-shirts of Batman. They do Batman so much because they know Batman is a goldmine. And I'll say this, unlike Marvel, who take chances on new characters and trying new ideas, DC stays where they know their money can be made with the Bat. Do I think they should take a chance? Of course they should take a chance. DC has such great written characters. Look at Peacemaker. His series is fan renowned as one of the best DC series, or at least an enjoyable series. Look at Static Shock, one of their best animated cartoons that I swear should get a movie. Wonder Woman, decent movies, and a great character. Blue Beetle, another great character that could shine if given the right writing and the right series. Shazam, one of my personal favorite DC movies of the past few years. I'm also coming out with Black Adam and the Shazam family. I'm also just going off of what Funkos I have, but it's not limited of different characters. Jon Stewart and Green Lantern. There's another good movie. There's another good character that could have worked well with a movie. Green Lantern should get another shot at the movie. The Ryan Reynolds one, while it is trash, I have a soft spot for it. So yeah, DC should definitely take some chances with new characters, but they know with Batman, they're going to make money. Simple as that. Hope you like this weird compilation of ideas and just thoughts. Later.